listening to Lagoon Radio.
Yes, it's a beautiful Thursday evening on Lagoon Radio. The time check is 3 minutes gone past 4 p.m. And you're still on to your favorite gospel radio in Nigeria, Lagoon Radio, powered by the Diocese of Lagos Anglican Communion. Today being the 9th day in the month of December 2021, I, Olumakaiye Ajade, welcome you to Street Talk. Street Talk comes your way every Thursday, 4:30 to 5 p.m. and all the way. How you can be part of this family is to download the Lagoon Radio application on your respective app store, or you follow us on our social media platform, Facebook, Lagoon Radio Nigeria. We're even live on Facebook and YouTube, Lagoonradio.TV, for Instagram and Twitter, Lagoonradio.Ng. So today we are talking about something very interesting. Last week, a story of a young boy was trending on the social media. The boy is actually late now, Sylvester Ororomi. I don't know. I hope I got the name right. Ororomi. Yeah, it was allegedly he died last week Tuesday, and after sustaining internal bleeding and injury. And it was allegedly said that he was bullied and and tortured by senior student in the school doing college. Yeah, so we are talking about, and this bully of a thing, it's not a new thing. We've been hearing about it, and a lot of people are actually they've experienced the same thing, just that their own experience didn't lead to what happened to Sylvester. And everybody has been coming out to hear the opinion about the matter. They've been trying to get justice for this young boy, which the hashtag has been justice for Sylvester. So the question that we are asking today is that, okay, have you experienced being bullied before? If you are experienced it before, tell us about it, and how did you conquer it? Yes, how did you come out of being bullied? We want to hear from you, because it's something so rampant now. A lot of people are telling me now that, oh, it's secondary school, it's a normal thing. It's a normal thing to be bullied. Oh, okay. So that is what we'll be discussing today. I have Sandra in the studio. Sandra, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Shay.
And I have Shegun and Chimize. Good afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, this matter that we want to talk about today. No. It's so sad that the young boy had to die that way, honestly speaking. And as of yesterday, I read in the news that a lot of people came out for candlelight at the Dowen College. The Dowen College is actually closed. It's on lockdown right now, so it's already closed up. So people are clamoring for justice, and that is exactly what we are praying for. And I hope that very soon they're going to get justice. Let me ask you guys in the studio, have you ever experienced being bullied before? Since they said it's a normal thing, like, I don't get.
The truth, let me start. The truth is, if you ever been from secondary school, if you ever been a bother, you would know that is a common thing. You know, is a common thing to see. Either you see senior student, bullying the junior student.
What I'm trying to say is that it doesn't
it
doesn't affect the day student, just the burden.
It happens mostly on
borders. Okay.
Any borders, you find that you only see that at. It's not that in this student here we do here when going home. You understand?
Yes,
and
right.
For those that are working, those that their parents will come and pick, of course, they won't get that experience. But even within the school, sometimes you find out that, during the break time, You find that, oh, you actually talked to me. When the teacher was talking, you eye me. You see somebody with heat in a point. Before you know what happened, you already gathered the person, start hitting the person. But it's too common. It's very, very common
among
right? Brothers, yes. And especially maybe seniors and juniors. Seniors will always want to collect something that belongs to you. And what beside you, and you say no. You dare not say no to senior. And you see somebody the senior might be short, so you might be taller than the senior. The next thing you hear, you slap you. Bam. I'm talking to you. You are looking at me that way. So it's just normal thing in secondary school.
I think it's I can't imagine calling that kind of thing normal thing. It is abnormal. But then let's get to hear guys, let's hear from you. Guys, let's hear from you.
Well, I was never a bother. Yes. But the fact is, I experienced one when I was in secondary school, especially when I was in GSS1. I could recollect that one vividly. That time. Then I got to learn something, Cha. Then I learned when they slap your... When they don't slap your cheek, they slap your face. I mean, that where you have your two eyeballs, you will see light. You will know that light it will be as if there's a star from deep inside of your eyes.
That's what they did to you.
That's my experience. So ever since then, I don't think I experienced, because I was tall when I was in school. I'm tall, so you don't just bump to me anyhow. You think twice. And apart from that, I was very stubborn then. So
okay, you mean you bullied people too?
I don't bully, but I don't tolerate nonsense. I was so... God really gave me that grace to be so strong. You will not even have the courage to do that. I was so tall then. You wouldn't just do anything anyhow. Even if you are plenty, if you are many. I'm serious. That was my experience.
So how come? Probably because when you were in GS, when you were just coming in new and the thing that can
they rang the bell that time. They sounded the big and we had to leave. We were have to rush to the assembly, and I was just getting to school that time, getting to my class, putting down my bag and all that. So I just saw them coming. They were like, go to the assembly, go to the immediately.
They just send you pie.
No, I think it was welcome to school.
Welcome to school.
It's so unfortunate that I don't think I know the person.
Wow.
It's so unfortunate till I graduate, till I finish from that school.
Oh, and you didn't report.
Why would I do that? I couldn't.
Why? Like what happened?
Did somebody slap you and went away?
You don't understand that.
It was so sudden. It was so sweet. Like
okay, like you could not even recognize the person.
I did.
With that star, he's just saying, I understand, because I've explained that kind of star before.
Kind of slap before.
If somebody should tell me, I wouldn't have believed.
Dark.
If somebody told me, I wouldn't have believed. But I had the experience myself. It was so situational. So, that's it.
Okay, let's get to hear from Chimeze. Have you experienced being bullied before? Or have you even bullied someone? Please say the truth. We want to hear the truth, guys.
Well, for me, it depends on... when I was in school, I was never a bully. But growing up, so a lot of people say the younger ones, they say I bully them.
You say you're not...
Yes, I understand their own point. Because for me, sometimes I am strict.
Okay.
I operate on rules. So if you don't abide by my rules, you will hear from me.
Is it by them bullying with mouth or even hitting the person?
No, I don't hit. Growing up also, I found out that I had this strong hand.
Okay.
If I ever slap a kid,
the mark. Oh my God.
The last time I slapped one girl, the mom came. She was furious. But at the end, she said, for Chimeze to slap you, you did something. Though I apologized. And since then, I stopped. Even my younger sister, the last time I used my hand on her when we were little, the mark showed. Then, talking about bully, like the current situation, something that happened. No, it's unfortunate that the boy died. but you cannot take away bully from schools. It's been there. You know, I went to a public school. Our own, those seniors, they will warn us that they must come for you, this, that, this. In fact, I went to a public school. Our own was that the seniors, during the break, or maybe mistakenly, you just crossed in front of their class. One of them will just call you. What? It will enter one empty class. You see where they draw a car.
They ask you to start pushing.
They say push the car.
Push the car.
How will I push? Senior, how will I push a car? He say, if you can't push, drop 1 naira so that we will pay people that will push the car.
That one is even okay now.
And then maybe the 1 naira was your last card. The 1 naira they gave you to
buy
sort yourself out
something.
in the afternoon. So, so it made us to avoid some certain seniors. You know, those things, they are in secondary school. You cannot take it away except strict measures. So it's bully. They are there in schools.
Okay, thank you for that. You guys are saying bully are this in schools. To be honest, I understand, but there should be a way of stopping this attitude. Those kids, those children that are into bullying, somebody actually gave birth to them.
Sure.
Yeah, somebody actually gave birth to them. They didn't just become bully like that. They just come to school and become something because that's just it.
It's the normal, like we say, it's the normal trend. You know, when you come to school as a junior student, you see those seniors. And sometimes they will tell you, this was how we were treated when we were in the junior class. So it's something like generation now.
Especially in secondary
Especially in secondary school. You know, during those years now, when you will see your neighbor, close their neighbor in the house, but when you get to school, you don't dare call his name. During our years in school, someone you will be calling, maybe you play with him at home, but in school,
senior.
Maybe
Senior
you call
Gloria.
more Darlington. You come to school and call Darlington. You will receive a slap. Boy! And the other mates will say, you call your senior his name.
But
You understand?
But thank God, people don't do that in our high institutions. Though.
No.
In our institutions,
It would have been
you
another
can't
thing.
do it.
It should be
It's
another
not possible.
thing.
It's not
The way
possible.
person don't
See,
graduate.
guys, I want us to understand the definition of bully and punishments. You know, in secondary school, senior, it is okay for senior. I think it is okay for senior to punish the junior ones if the junior ones trespasses.
Sure.
Yes, it is not bad. But to bully that junior, that is where the issue is. I can remember when I was in primary school, nothing like bully as such. In secondary school, I went to secondary school, St. Kizito, nothing like bully as such. But the second secondary school, I didn't really enjoy like that teacher and student relationship that much, and there was a lot of bullying, like senior wanting to show that I'm your senior, you understand, that kind of thing, punishing you unnecessarily, bullying you, beating you with cane. What audacity does a senior have to be beating a junior? You can punish a junior student. It is okay. But for you to be beaten, it doesn't really make sense to me. Yes, I've passed through it before. I have to be honest with you. Because I'm not fit. Because imagine I can't beat one child like this. Child can't die.
You know, see.
What do you want to say?
Let me tell you something now. You know, growing up those years, it was good old years. You understand? All these things you are talking about, we did it. You know, there was this guy in our JS1 and JS2. He was in either SS2. You know, and even during my set, I was one of the smallest in the senior class. Maybe some of them will, during break, they might just say, Chimese, come. They will send me to one class. And if those class, maybe when we were in SS2, when the YX started, we are now the senior. They will not send me to SS1 class. And if that SS1, they don't greet, you know the normal routine, clap on the table and they don't greet. The bigger boys will enter. Oh, you saw senior, you didn't greet. All of you kneel down. You see? So,
You must knew.
When I was in JS1, JS2, there is this guy that always enter our class for nothing. Kneel down.
To receive greetings.
He will just go and come back again. So one day there was this guy in our class. He was the eldest, Henry. He now stood up and say, "Senior, or what did they call you? Get out of this class." The guy thought it was a joke. The guy came from back and lifted that senior. The junior, my classmate. Before you know, the whole SS2 gathered and they wanted to flog us. And luckily enough, someone sneaked out and went to call our form master. That ended that. And when we talk about bully these days, during our days in the children ministry also, parenting and this thing, modernization has entered. During our days in the children ministry, if a child is misbehaving, the mom self will come and report to the leaders of children ministry. Even when we are in the boys brigade, they will now send the hefty guys. They will go and bring the guy to church, and they will flog, and we'll be singing, clapping. The boy will be dancing. But now, you don't do such things.
Well, interesting. I have my own experience too, but I guess we have comments. We have comment from people. So let me get to read that now. Yeah, I have from Michael. Michael says that, okay, I'm coming, trying to gather the stuff. Okay, Michael says that not exactly, that normal secondary school boys trying to show themselves. Yeah, and he said he tried to avoid them, and if he can't beat them, that is just it. He will always try to avoid them if he can't beat them. But and he said, as I am from the island, I wasn't an easy pick for bullying. So today we are offering. It means those people that were looking like a bully to him that time, they are now friends. Like they are now friends now. That is interesting to hear. And I have another one here too, guys. According to what I've seen and what I've heard, I got to know that bully is not just in school. Bully is not just in school.
It's not only in school. When you bully your younger sisters at home, it's still part of it. When a mother bully house help in the name of because she's an house help, is a bully. Yeah.
So this person says that he was constantly bullied by people he lived with for 9 years. Yes. That's for 9 years, and he said that actually affected his self-esteem.
Sure.
Till now, but he's trying to work on it, according to what he said. And another person said, yes, so St. Joseph Minor Seminary, Zaria. Yeah, if they are listening now, Senior Tony beats the hell out of me. Thank God. Listen. Please listen to the last part. Thank God he was not ordained a priest. Yeah, that the guy is, to be honest, this guy is pinned. The person that sent this thing.
Perceive it from
actually pinned. Like he was even thanking God that he wasn't. They didn't even ordain him as a priest.
That reminds me. There was this guy in our street then. When we went to fetch water in the borehole. He was like, I now challenged him. It was the next day that he saw me in school, and he was one class ahead of me. That's why he gathered me that day. Say you were fighting me on the street. I can't look at him. And coincidentally, his name is also Chimezie.
He just senior.
He's one class. He was one class ahead of me then.
Okay.
So I saw him in the street. We were like fetching water in the borehole. He said he came before me. I said, nah lie. Being from the street, we had to drag it that he now went to school and waited for me. So that's part of the bully.
It just remind me of some student I saw in Abuja just recently. I didn't know what caused their problem, but I find out that the one that they're about to bully, final jump because he was trying to knock and nobody opened the gate rather. He jumped, and I was watching from the window. He jumped and he first threw his ball like, who is this person? So in a job, I not see some 4 boys coming wearing trousers. I said, oh, okay, this must be a school bullying thing. They're like, oh, if you say your mother that home, if you say, see my mother no that home, mess, I will keep if you reach and say, you know, if you do anything, by the tomorrow, I will carry my parents come school. I'm safe. You can at least you can't bully me today. I'm like, so it happens.
Yeah, we don't really have much time on the show. If you're just joining the show, we are talking about if you have ever experienced being bullied before, tell us about it. That is a question that we are asking. That's a story we are talking about. And a lot of people, I don't know if and you have a reply there.
Well, someone, Kelvin sent, he said, this bully of a thing. I remember one guy trying to always fight me in the church. But thank God.
Okay, church safe.
Thank God he never succeeded, because my elder brother one day beat the hell out of me.
And that was the end.
That's so. I could. Do you have any other one again?
No, I this also reminds me when we were growing up, as street kids, we grew up in the ghetto. One thing my mom hates is for you to cry and come back home that your mate or somebody within your age bracket beats you. No, she will beat you again. Or that she will beat you and tell you at the end, you say, I didn't send you to fight, but don't allow your mates
to win you,
to bully you.
You
understand? So that made us strong. That also made us strong.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I want us to talk about right now. How can we curb this? How can we defend ourselves? How can we teach our kids how to defend themselves outside?
Okay, let me start with my brother's story quickly. He made a point that his school in England, being a boy, black among the whites. So this, anytime he is about to do something like, black monkey, this, that, and he was also in a football. This is their hand football, American
basketball.
football. Yeah, no, that they are
handball.
No, not but those
Rugby.
Okay, yeah. So he's one of the best. Rugby, yeah. He was one of the best players there in their team. Yeah. So one of them keep bullying. So one day he have to use bats and hit the guy. And the guy now told like, NLE, I keep quiet because it's you. It's you. If it's not you, I'm going to fuck that the black monkey. So he's everywhere. But he said the day he stood on his ground, that was the end. So I believe the way he understood, like watching his says, teach your children self-defense, not to look for trouble. But when something like this come up, you understand, defend yourself, then report to the senior authority.
Thank you, because a lot of issues has been coming regarding this late Sylvester. Okay, you've been bullied. You have been constantly bullied in school. Who did you report to?
Okay.
They gave you substance. Who did you report to?
If you talk about reports, I understand the kid's side of the story. If what we had was what really transpired, the thing is still under investigation. According to the dad, he was saying that the boy repeatedly said that they will kill him. This is fear. Now, this is where the home training comes. Let train your kids. Give them that right mindset. Let them know since the sister was in the same school,
with him,
that's where you need a friend more. You talk to him. When we were growing up in school, then we had all these guardians counselor. That if you have any issue in school, you will go and meet the counselor. He will advise you. Now I posted something. The first agent of socialization is the family. Teach your children to be strong and be friends to your kids so that they can easily open up. There was a time a rape story came up. You had people talking about 1986. They were raped. They couldn't talk to anybody.
Exactly.
So some families, the distance between kids and the parents is very, very wide. They can't open up. There are families now, even the mates bully the kids. But the kids can still talk.
Can't still talk.
Because the parents don't have that time. They see the mate more. So in families, let us make the children, not only parents, but friends. Let your kids be your friends. Teach them to be strong. Let them open up whatever that they are suffering so that that relationship can be there. So there was an issue happened last week. A woman was fighting for the kid outside. They were accusing the kid. He said, my kid can never do this, and I stand by my word. And at the end, the kid was innocent. That is
Because
is
you
trust.
just
know
it.
the man.
That is
Yeah.
the trust, because you have built that friendship and relationship within your. So in other aspects, like I said, finally, when we were growing up, my mom would say, "Don't allow your age mates." But
To bully
I'm
you.
not teaching you to fight, oh. But that will give you courage that if you cry and go home, my mom will beat you the more. So in such instances, you fight for yourself
Fight for
and run
yourself,
away.
not
If
to
it means
defend.
pushing, I remember when I pushed one boy. I followed the other road. I ran home.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I think our heart doesn't.
Yeah, on a quick one.
You know, you need wisdom. That's why parenting is beyond just listening to motivational speakers and like reading. It requires God's wisdom, because
Yeah.
if you want to imbibe at the same, you know, you are trying to like, don't be this, so at the same time be cunning. You just
Yes.
need that wisdom. Wisdom. Don't tell the child straight away, but try to be diplomatic.
Yes.
While training child towards what you mean. They said, of course, everybody needs confidence. God will.
Yeah, thank you guys for your input. I really learned a lot, and I believe that our listener also they've learned a lot from the topic that we talked about today. The most important thing for all family is to be friend with their children, be close, and whenever one of a kid is coming home to tell you that, oh, mommy, I want to talk to you, daddy, I want to talk to you, please listen carefully. And if you need to follow him or her to a school, in fact, it won't take you anything. It's your child, it's your future. So I think we have to take care of our future, and I hope and pray that they're going to get justice for this Sylvester. May so rest in peace. I really, really, my condolences to his family. Yeah, we are fighting for his justice. Yeah, thank you guys for being part of today's show. Make it a date with us next week, Thursday, 4:30 p.m. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you,
so much.
Chimizi. Thank you, Shegun. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. Word of Life is coming up now with Reverend Lufadeju. Stay connected to Lagoon Radio and don't go anywhere.